Hi guys, MUR-LOCK 68 here. Hope everybody's doing well today. On the outside, it appears to be a Lockwood Asa Abloy 334 B45, but not just any. We've got a restricted, nasty LS keyway, I believe. Yeah, no idea how the hell to get in there. I've got no key for this. This was sent to me by my good buddy Paul Springett in Australia. Now, I do have some keys on the way, but they're useless to me unless I can get this open and able to repin it, but it's not going to be easy. Maybe top of the keyway, but that is extremely narrow. I don't have, can't even believe I'm using the words I don't have with all the stuff that I have here. I may not have let's give that a shot for now. See how we go. Now you're dealing with a restricted keyway here. And what that means is typically you can't get any key blanks for this. Unless you go to the locksmith who put this thing together. And you'd have to provide a key number and so on and so forth. But what you can do is, if there are some pre-cut keys that have been discarded for whatever reason, you can attempt to repin the lock to those keys, but you can't do anything unless you get into this thing. We could be dealing with a variety of pins here. We could be dealing with stock pins, which I doubt, spools, or the dreaded taper pin, which gives you no feedback whatsoever. So you're dealing with a lot of elements that are going to potentially keep you out from getting this lock open. Yeah, I'm already kind of discounting spools because I don't feel any movement on the core. Even though, yeah, look at that, there it is. Man, that's a bonus day. Pin number 5 got me in. So let's have a look at what we got in this puppy. It may be tapered pins, but it's open. It's where I want it to be, so I've got to be careful now not to lock up the core. Yeah, when you don't have a key, you have to be extremely careful when gutting it, because if you lock up the core, then you're back to square one again. So let's carefully drop this core. Okay, we've got a screw head Phillips down the shackle hole. And here's our core. Let's try to explain it a bit better if we've got newcomers on the channel. This is just basically a cap that sits over it and allows it to sit properly into the lock. And there we are open. So now, seems like it's been greased, I guess. So here's the tricky part now. When trying to take these screws off the back, that's where you run into an chance that you may lock it up. So I'll put a tensioner in there to hold it while I get these screws off, because you're swinging it in the direction that you would to lock it up, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so let's pull these off. And that's exactly what it wants to do right now. It wants to turn back against. Alright, we've got the other screw off. And you can kind of tell by your pins what type of bitting you are going to have. But I'm gonna find that screw that went somewhere here. Okay, we'll pull our back cap off. It should pop right off. Okay, so that's the cap for the back. I will find that screw. What I'm going to do is, again, because I don't know what's inside, I'll just put a shim. Okay, what you do is you're sliding that shim, and it goes to protect these drivers that are in there, so you can get your follower. This is your follower. We're going to carefully run it through the garden here. Okay. Alright. Oh, wow. This has definitely been worked on. Take a look at this. I was not expecting this, and I doubted that Paul was aware either. I'm sure he'll chime in. So, take a look at this. All the chambers have to be picked, but if you look at chambers 1 and 6, they've been widened quite a bit. Okay, so let's drop these pins. Let's see what we got here. Okay. It looks like this thing is looks like this has been master wafered. Yeah. Master wafered means that oh boy, it's going to be fun putting this thing together. Well, yeah, it looks like we've got a ton of master wafers in here, which means that this lock was set up for more than one key to be able to get in. And master wafers tend to make it easier to get into the lock, because you now have technically more than one combination, so to speak, that'll let you in. And in this case, that's more than one shear line. Okay. I have to double check this one. I don't know if this wafer just flew out of there. Let me just see. Yeah. But anyways, we will not be actually using these pins again, so this was just for me to get into it. I'll put that to the side. I don't know if that belongs to it. Okay, so I'm expecting nothing in the nothing in here other than maybe standard pins and some more master wafers. Yeah, we do. Okay. Yeah, it's all standard steel pins or nickel plated pins. No master wafers here. So basically in this particular case they took their chances, and man, I can't get not one of these springs to come out. Okay, we've got a couple there. Just want to get them out for you. And you've got an intimidating keyway like that, and never say never. If you can get your tools in there somehow, this is the result you could end up with. You can get in there. Okay, so 6 springs. Now we're gonna check these. Let me see. We've got there are 2 slots here for drill protection, but they're not filled in, so that's interesting. It's a nasty, nasty profile, though, I'll tell you that. But again, if you can get your picks in there. Okay. Just want to clean up a bit here. This thing was greased to the max. I'll show you what was in there. So it's basically standard all the way across the board. I think these pins are nickel plated and not steel. Let's find out. No, we do. The springs are steel and they're plated, copper plated, but the pins are all nickel plated, so nickel plated brass. So I'll let you guys have a look at that. 6-pinner Lockwood 334B with a nasty LS keyway. This was master keyed to the hilt. Again, for the new users, subscribers, basically means that more than one key operated this lock. And what I'm seeing here is you had a pretty good gatekeeper as pin number 1, so you had a low cut on pin number 1, and then you'd have to come up for a relatively high cut in 2, and then lower cuts for 3 and 4, and then coming back up for 5 and 6. So it wasn't a bad bidding, but I'm going to show you that profile again. You can get a better view of it from this side. That is just pure nasty. Nasty to get your tools in there, but if you can get them in there. I went off the left ledge here and was able to get in. So that's what I have for you today, guys. I've got success in getting into this beautiful 334B45 Lockwood Asa Abloy from Paul Springett with the LS restricted keyway. I do have some keys coming and I hope to put this back together in a way that I may never be able to pick it myself. That's the plan. Thanks for watching. Today we don't have a key to show you. I think that's my first time. And we'll see you at the next one. Patience, practice, perseverance. Appreciate your support. Stay well.